Today, we are going to talk about design thinking and prototyping. Now, design thinking, many people have different opinion or idea about what is design thinking. So, the term design and thinking are two different things. I keep actually always trying to segregate design as separately and thinking as separately, and design thinking, how this came about. We are also going to touch upon another very important thing. We are involved in prototyping. What are these? Okay, so let me take you through the slides now. So, in design thinking and prototyping, today's topic, we have this term design. So many times the term design itself is not well understood, and it is only limitedly understood. In some sense, design is a process of what? Envisioning and planning, the creation of objects, systems, building, vehicle, etc. If they're in the area of creation of objects, we call them as product designers. So product can be white good, it could be jewelry design, it could be accessory, etc. Systems could be UX or software systems, or it is a higher level systems which are system designs. And buildings, we call them as architects, and vehicles, we have mobility designers, etc. And design is always something which is very much connected to one aspect, that is the user. Okay, we call it as user centric design. In some sense, we all have a designer at home, that is your mother. you know why mother is a designer? Because every day she prepares some a new breakfast for you, because she understands we don't like the same breakfast every day, and she synthesizes every day and plans and executes. And Mother's Day is always so dear to all of us, because it has the secret ingredient, love. Okay, now mother is a great designer, because I always say we should all become like mother, understand our customers and deliver what they want. So user centric is very, very important. It's the heart of design approach. Then comes its scope. It is about creating solution for people, physical items or abstract items. Physical items are one which you can all touch and feel, and there are other things which are abstract systems, such as what? For example, in kitchen you have a cooking gas. You know, cooking gas, you cannot see it. Only when you flame it, it may burn with a blue flame. Or sometimes, if it is more carbon, it may even appear like a yellow, like a normal flame, what you see. But this gas is colorless and odorless. Many times, people, when they don't close the valve properly, they can smell the cooking gas. I just now told you cooking gas is odorless and colorless. How come you can smell it? This is by a smart action of design. In order to make it recognizable by the user, the designers have actually induced a particular aroma into the gas, odor into the gas. And this gas aroma should not be something which is very fragrant, because fragrant means you've enjoyed. What designers have done, the cooking gas, they've introduced a kind of very offensive smell, not bad smell, but you cannot actually tolerate it. And it is very characteristic of a cooking gas. You're able to recognize, and that's the beauty of it. That is the intent of it. And this is called abstract system design. So what you cannot see, but it has its own profound role to play. Okay, so this is the beauty of design. So let us say what is good design is. Design is always looking at people and offering service. It is the mother. And design is a creative process. Why I say design is a creative process? Because it is going to have a lot of fun synthesizing ideas, not one but many, tasting each one of them for their efficacy, acceptability. Then you say, okay, this is good. I think they will like it. This is service mindset. How mother comes to you and gives you a nice made breakfast, you know, and you will always feel, looking at the food, you have the food as a visual. It has got a aroma and it has got an ambience, and a lot of things which are there, before you even consume it. So it is a very creative process. Now, design, something which is great is not visible. Great design is invisible, they say. Great design is invisible. Supposing you start entering a toilet or a door, when you open and close without any effort, you know, probably you don't know that actually you're experiencing a design, a best design, a very good design, that you're unable to even see it work. Now, coming to design profession uh, is something concerned with the creation of products, systems, communication, and services that satisfy human needs. So it's all human centric. Improve people's lives, again, very important. And to do all of this with respect to welfare of the planet Earth, natural environment. So this is showing three things here. Design, it says it is a profession, and it is a creative profession, and it is concerning the humans to improve their lives, and also at the same time taking care of the earth. Very designers are the people who are paid to produce visions of better future and make those things happen. So it is not only about visioning the future, it is also making it happen today. You know, and see, these are some of the beautiful definitions of design and designers by various people. And it is also called, a design is something which is imaginative jump from present facts to future possibilities. Correct? No? Design is the ability to imagine that which does not exist yet. So this is something to do with novelty. That is, design, when we think of a design registration or a patent, this is what it is. The patent is given to the inventive step, that which does not exist yet, is very important here, to make it appear in concrete form, because it cannot be an abstract, it cannot be a fragile idea flying in your mind. It has to be grounded, it has to be crystallized, you know as a new purposeful addition to the real world. So everything what we see in the world today, we're all man-made. In fact, design sometimes is called as science of the artificial. Science of the artificial is a book, and it's a wonderful book. You should all read it. And it says man changed the world because he was not ready to adjust with all its current form. Design is about making decisions, often in the face of uncertainty. And decision making in the face of uncertainty with high penalties for error is always there. And this is the nature of design. So, when you are creating something for the first time, you don't have anything to compare, and there is an uncertainty, and there is a fear of failure and fear of criticism. And I think the mindset with all this, you need to be really headstrong to go ahead with your design and say, this is the design, let us do it. So that is very important attitude one should have. Designers are typically uh, expected to produce novel, unexpected solutions, because unexpected solution bring in a joy, because human mind always is looking for something new. It is looking at points to create new thoughts, and it's always connecting dots. And unexpected, when they hit upon, that becomes a novelty. They take liking to buy it and acquire it. And designers need to tolerate uncertainty, work with incomplete information. So apply imagination and constructive forethought to practical problems, and use drawings and other modeling media as a means of problem solving. Many times, ideas strike to one, and unless they externalize it, others cannot know what they are thinking in their minds. So the externalizing of one's thought comes as a sketch, and a sketch is also limited. If you don't know how to draw, then your sketch will be very bad, and you may draw something, somebody may deceive for something else. So in order to bring in some kind of a standard, engineering drawings came, with notations it came. Of course, creative designers can draw anything, portraits, or they can depict physical objects very easily. And the modeling media, for example, in clay, cardboard, or even 3D printed objects, they help a lot for easy comprehension, and have been instrumental in a lot of product design. And products are getting designed more often, quicker, because of the new technology, 3D. Everyone designs who devises courses of action aimed at changing existing situations into preferred ones, is another definition. So it is giving a notion of who is a designer. It can be anyone. He did not have to have a degree of a design, for that matter. A operator who daily works with something, and he has got something to add to the existing one, also is equally a designer. So designer, in that sense, everyone is a designer who devises course of action aimed at changing existing situation to preferred ones. Designing is to initiate change in man-made things. So now comes yet another definition: man-made things. Today, everything is man-made. Only the world, as we see, without that is, even today, the earth movers have changed the face of earth itself. You know, the JCBs have moved mountains, and it has been made into roads and cityscape. So man-made things we can see always. One of the biggest, tallest thing in the world, is again a man-made thing. It is not the Himalayas or such things. It is the man-made things which are really scraping the skyscrapers. Actually, it is John Chris Jones who started getting a formal methodology into how to design things. He proposed in a book called Design Methods way back in 1970. This design method is what even taught to me. So design thinking was not there anywhere. Much later, IDEO, one of the most um, uh, famous design houses, IDEO, uh, they brought in some of these, they also borrowed it from others to popularize the design thinking. So let us see how design thinking itself progressed. Design equal to a change. Change is difference. Change of difference is process. Change of process is evolution. Change of evolution is design. So nicely said. So these are all constantly evolving definitions of design, which are going to make it more and more acceptable, and we can truly see the multifaceted nature of design. One of the difficulties in understanding design is its multifaceted nature. There are no single way of looking at design that captures the essence without missing some other salient aspect. So Design is the whole. Actually, it is not bits and pieces. It is the whole, and it always gives you a feeling of experience. You're not interacting with a product, but you're interacting with the experience, and that's what it is. So there are design is seen as a mixture of creativity and analysis, problem solving. It is a evolution, creation of solution to problems, integrating into coherent whole, a fundamental human activity. So somebody has said it's a fundamental human activity. Why? Because the person who discovered fire, people who saw the log of wood running down and they cut it to make wheels and all that, the bronze age, copper age, the iron age, all these things people have been doing. Even so much so, the stone in Stone Age, people had done the tools also. They had chipped the stones such a way they can do a kill, not only protect themselves but also use the dead animals as food, and later on for their territorial, establishing their territories, etc. People have been using, and all these are human activity. The human activity of even forming, settling and forming is a human activity. Lot of design thinking has gone into it. The plow, of plowing the earth to refresh the soil. All these things happened long time ago. After man became a hunter and gatherer, and he started settling in an area, the human activity has led to a lot of new things, and this all uh, can be called as design only. See this very wonderful sentence: design is to design a design to produce a design. Here, very nicely, a design is something which you are appreciating in your hand, which is which has gone through all the process of how to make it. Okay, so when you the starting word design here, design is the norm, and normally design means this is a general concept. It's called design. Is something, anything is a design. Watch is a design. A car, whatever, is to design. When we say is to design, here it's action, or the verb is to design a plan or intent, and to produce again design the outcome. So I always say design has a capital D and a small d. Okay, the capital D is the noun form, the small d is the process verb. Okay, and these two are not they are not separable. The two faces of the same coin. When it is being done, it is small d. If it is done, completed, and it is now ready for consumption, it becomes a capital D, the noun form of design. That's it. And it goes on. You can see the design categories, a lot of it. You can see everything which is prefixed with a design. You have web design, you have architecture, you have product design, education design, information design, industrial design, you know, interaction design, graphic design, environmental design, experience design, software, typographic design, emotional design, user experience design, strategic design, game design, editorial design, sound design. So it goes on, You can take anything and add just design. Food design, for example. A university in Australia offers, it's called QET. QET is a university. And I met a professor called Vesna Popovic. She's a very grand old lady of design, and she told me that they are into food design. You see the beauty of food design. If you have a medu vada which is like a rock, you will have to see a dentist. So a medu vada has to be soft, where your teeth will bite into, and there's a crunchy feeling of a texture and taste and the aroma. And the beauty is, it is of such size, where you can actually take a comfortable bite. It is not as big as an apple, where you cannot bite into. You know, sometimes I go to Pani Puri wala, he gives such a big Pani Puri, whole thing will, explode on my shirt. It happens. So it is very important to have the consumption, the person who uses, how it has to be designed. So food design. So you can have any number of design. The categories are going to change, but the basic uh, process is always identifying a need, solving a problem, and delivering what is required. You know, that is very very important, which is going to string all of them as design.